Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to everyone watching us across the globe. I am Kwame Andrews Dakulo, a person with albinism myself, and I am your host for today's celebration, focusing on mothers impacted by albinism. This is hosted by African Albinism Network, and we are glad to be organizing this event, first to celebrate our mothers for their resilience and the love they have for their children with albinism, and also understanding from their perspective the discrimination, the stigma that they were able to go through, and helping us to come up to this stage. So we are preserving today, as done by the world over, to celebrate our mom, especially mothers who has children with albinism, and then mothers who has albinism themselves. As a way of introduction, let me just say a bit about African Albinism Network. African Albinism Network is a consortium of organizations working to promote, through human rights advocacy, the dignity and welfare of persons with albinism and their families. We are a regional entity committed to international advocacy on the rights of persons with albinism in Africa. And we do this by developing the capacity of organizations representing persons with albinism in Africa and ensuring that the African Union Plan of Action on Albinism is implemented at the national level. So that is just a few about African Albinism Network. Now, as a background to today's event, we know that research has indicated that in Africa, mothers impacted by albinism face multiple and intersecting challenges as mothers of children with albinism or mothers who has albinism themselves. Mothers impacted by albinism are vulnerable to multiple and intersecting forms of human rights violations, including discrimination, stigma, neglect, and rejection by their husbands and even their families. In some, or if not in all cases, mothers who give birth to children with albinism or are having albinism themselves end up being single mothers, that is, if they are not lucky and the man does not understand their condition or the condition of their children. And despite these challenges that we can hammer on from time to time, mothers or our moms are able to strive through to see us in life. And we are here today just to celebrate them. And anyone also watching us can also drop a message in the comment section on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and even on Twitter to have a message to celebrate their moms. Now, today, we just want to use this moment to celebrate our moms. So we have 3 unique guests from West Africa, from East Africa, and from Southern Africa. Because we are a regional entity, we want to be represented at every part of Africa. So we are lucky to have 3 unique individuals. They have unique stories to tell us. They have unique experiences that we can learn from. I'll give them the opportunity to introduce themselves. First, I'll start from East Africa. I guess, Perpetua, you're from East Africa.
Yeah.
All right, sure. Introduce yourself and then give us a short message for your mom first. Let's celebrate our own moms first before we celebrate ourselves as moms.
Thank you, Kwame. I hope you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
You can hear me fine. Yeah.
Yes.
So my name is Perpetua Senkoro, and I am a lady with albinism, as you can see. I'm from Tanzania. I am a human rights advocate for disability rights and human rights in general, and I work in the human rights field. Today, I celebrate my mom because of all the challenges that she has faced especially by having me, being able to be resilient and being able to face those challenges and to be able to take care of me until I reached where I am. I celebrate her and I congratulate her and I love her. I send all my love to her because she has been so strong and she is someone that I look up to, especially with regard to the resilience that she has shown, because she has 3 children with albinism, me and my 2 siblings. And she has she has been able to take care of us and take us to school, take every challenge that has been thrown at her just because of, you know, having us. And now we're here where we are. So I love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. 3 children with albinism. Wow, we wish to have her on this call to give us her experiences. I'm sure
she doesn't have albinism, by the way.
You're going to tell from her experiences how she was able to go through all these challenges that you've mentioned, and all moms are.
I'm sure that'll be interesting.
Yes, so thank you so much for such a lovely message for your mom. Yes, Flavia, are you there?
I'm here, come.
Yes, can we see you?
Okay.
But if you're not comfortable, that is fine.
No, it's fine. I am here.
Good,
Hi,
good.
everyone.
Nice to see you, Flavia.
I'm okay, thank you. Nice to see you too, Kwame.
Yeah.
My name is Flávia Pinto. I am stuck from Mozambique in Tete City. I am the president of AZEMAP, Associação Zé Manuel Pinto. It's association we protected and we take care of all human rights people with albinism.
Nice.
I create this association in honor of my father because he was activist since I know as human being. So my father was a person with albinism. So he passed away 7 years ago.
Oh, so sorry.
So, yeah. But I am following his path, so which is make me very proud what we are doing so far. And as you can see, I'm not a person with albinism, but I am a mother with person with albinism. So
wonderful.
To celebrate today, it's huge for me because my son, it's one of the wonderful person I know this entire world. So it's such a good boy. It's helped me to learn how to be a mother. And for me, I'm glad to be his mother and then as to be his mentor, his education person. So bottom line, to be a mother in general, I think it's a very blessed gift that God gives to us. We are powerful, we got strength, we got courage. We face it, everything for our kids. So I think God sent us for make this balance on this crazy world we are living now. So thank you to invite me to be part of this panel. And then thank you to invite me to talk about how to be a mother.
Yeah, nice. You have a very unique story. You are actually a daughter of a person with albinism. And you also have a son with albinism. Is it a son or a daughter?
It's my son. It's
okay,
a boy.
You have a son with albinism. So this is like at both ends. This is a very unique story, and we would like to listen more and more and more. So let's hold on tight and then be listening to Mavis from West Africa. Mavis, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Kwame.
Yes. Hope you are doing well.
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
I'm fine.
Thank God.
Good to have you.
Thank you. Hi, everybody.
Tell us about yourself and then maybe a message for your mom.
My name is Mavis. Actually, I'm not a person with albinism, but I am a mother having a son with a 7-year-old boy with albinism.
Wonderful.
I want to use this medium to wish my mother and my dear sister happy Mother's Day for the love they've shown to my boy for the past 7 years. May God richly bless them. And also to you, Andrew Kwame, for the love you've shown to my family for the 7 years or 6.5 years that we've known you. God richly bless you.
Yeah, but thank you so much. I'm not a mom, but getting a message for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
That is lovely. Yes, I've known Mavis personally, and I've worked closely with her and also with the son. So that's where I was getting that message from her end. Thank you so much for the love. And we hope we are now more strengthened because of our work together. And that is what we do at the African Albinism Network and all other albinism organizations working to protect, promote, and then help people with albinism and their families. Yes, thank you everyone for such a beautiful messages for your mom and your uniqueness and your strengths. Now, this is an interactive session. So my first question is, what does it mean to be a mother? What does it mean to be a mother? Can a man ask me or any man be a mother? Yes, can a man be a mother, or what does it mean to be a mother? Maybe since you have just ended, maybe you can hear you again. What does it mean to be a mother to you?
Can you hear me, Andrew?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
It's a pleasure to be a mother. It's a pleasure to be a mother.
Nice. So it comes with such pleasure to be called home.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get to understand further. Maybe that pleasurable moments, maybe that pleasure can come with other difficulties. I don't know, but the time will come that we try to explore that. Yeah. Perpetua, hope you can hear us. Yes, what does it mean to be a mother for you?
Well, for me, to be a mom is to become more selfless, I guess. Because before being a mom, you really care about yourself a lot. And it is you who matter the most. But once you become a mom, it becomes the kids who matter the most. Everything that you do is about the kids. It's for the good of the kids. You become more sensitive towards their security, whether they're eaten, you know, if anybody hurts them. They become the center of everything. So for me, what it means to be a mom is to have a priority that is not you, but your kids. Or if you have one child, if you have 2 kids, but life stops being about you when you become a mom. For me, that is what it means to be a mom.
Wonderful. Sure, that's nice. We will try to explore each and everyone's personality and what does it mean, especially, or what experiences you have gone through being a mom, maybe with albinism, without albinism, but having a child with albinism. Yeah, so Flavia?
Hi, for me to be a mother, it's a huge package. It's a package with all kind of feelings together. So as Perpetua say, your priority now is not for you to just look for you. To be a mother is empathy, is love. It's all different feelings, but good ones, the bad ones, the different moments that we have to be a mother is like you are born to be a mother, or you are mother in such a way. If you biologically or mother from the heart, which is adoption, which is my case, or any kind of mother. Okay, there are different stories that the mother that this mother not love the son. I believe all mother love the son in different ways because it's different situation. So for me to be a mother of Elisio, which is my first boy, I'm living. It's a wonderful moment. I am loved to be a mother, and more importantly, I'm loved to be his mother. With all these worries, all this thinking, if we have question as mother, if we are a good mother, if we are doing well, we feel guilty, we feel like we are overreacting or that we are overprotect them. We all this questionnaire that they coming to our hand by the end of the day, but we are protected by God. But I believe we are doing such a good job as mother or as protector. So all this guilty, but then if you see Ismael, smell is if you see him smile like he's happy or something, it's like, no, I am the good I am good mother. I'm following the good path. Maybe we do all the experience. So my boy started to go to school 3 years ago. Now he's studying grade. So it's always with good news, different news day by day. So
yeah, so thank you for such wonderful message. But I would like to explore further. You have a unique story, possibly. Maybe you might experience discrimination differently, being a daughter of a person with albinism. How does that feel? How was your childhood growing up? Maybe working with your father in the mall or by the roadside. How does that feel?
My childhood with my father. My father was very, very happy person. Maybe can feel discriminated outside or somebody inside was too much love. With my father, he was the first born for eight children. So he was taking more responsibility on this because it was the firstborn. I believe when he was born, family was saying was shocked, but it was not too much surprise because my father's family, for my grandfather family, they are two men albinism person. So I never seen like sad or because someone is treating very badly or no, because he was very studying guy. So he was a travel around the world. He was open mind. So that's why he was some person that when discrimination coming, he was prepared to defend himself because he was giving too much love. He was giving too much support inside of the house. So when our son, like you or my son or Perpetua, when they receive good love inside of the family, protection, respect, when they go outside, if someone try to hurt their feeling or disrespect them, it's not affect them very, it's not painful. It's painful at such a level, not too much. Like when someone receives discrimination outside and come inside to receive the discrimination, disrespectful again. So I think the self-esteem went down, going down. But my father was not that kind of person.
Yeah. So have you been maybe discriminated or stigmatized because of your dad? Maybe you face a unique story that you can tell us because somebody did something bad to you because of your dad or the color of your dad.
I have one story, very sad story, because of my age, and then I never be pregnant in my life. I never be married, and then one girl one day is just disrespecting that we don't have you won't be married, we won't have children because your father is shop is called this. This name is that I don't like to say because your father is that. Like she tried to speak that I feel like God was punishing me because my father was albinism. At that moment, serious? I feel too much pain. I feel like they hurt my feeling deep inside. And I talked to him about that. And then he was very open-minded person, said, don't worry about it. People talk too much, and just focus what you have to do. Go to school, learn what you need to do. It's nothing to do with you. It's something to do with that person, not with you. So relax and then moving forward.
Yeah, I
so
think
it was
that is it. That is it. Whoever says such a thing, like
my
because you are daughter, your mother, you mean?
No, not my mother.
Okay.
My mother passed away a long time when I was 10 years old.
So sorry.
So I grow up with my father. So with my grandmother, my aunties, my older sister. So that girl, specific girl, that she tried to put me on this very bad situation.
Yeah.
But I received good vibe from my father, as if like I am Albinism. I'm not sad. So you couldn't too. So
wow,
moving.
I really like your strength for someone to look into your face and tell you because of the condition of your father, you were never going to get married. But you are moving on smoothly. And that is what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's my choice. It's not because she tell me years ago about that now.
Exactly.
It's
yeah, thank you so much for such a strength. And I'm sure your boy is also receiving such love and protection and strength that you have also engaged. Maybe since you have come up, tell us your experience. You are not a person with albinism, just like Flavia. You are not born by a person with albinism as well, but you have a son with albinism. What is that experience? How unique is your experience maybe from Flavia?
I'm having a child with albinism for the first time. He's my firstborn. And the experience I had at the hospital, the very first moment my son arrived, nearly pushed me off because I don't know whether the health officials were not well educated or they've not heard about albinism. And
I can see him passing.
I remember that very day I had him at a hospital in the Greater Accra region through cesarean section. And when he was brought up, I had a remark from one of the doctors who conducted the CS on me that, why is this baby like this? And but I have not set eyes on him. And I was like, how did the child look like? And they are all saying, why did the boy look like this? So when they brought him to me, I realized he was a child with albinism. So I hugged him and gave him back to the nurses. And then we were taken to the ward. He was taken to the NICU, neonatal care unit, and I was at the recovery ward. And so the following day, I had some few nurses trooping in, coming to ask the in charge that they are coming to have, they've learned, they have an albino in their ward and they want to have a look at. In fact, it was very terrible. I wept. I said, why is everybody coming in to have a look at my baby? How different is he from the others that they are all passing this kind of comments? Oh, and the third day he was brought to me at the ward, and but the reaction of the medical officers around, in fact, it really drove me off. It put me off. So initially, I didn't even want to breastfeed.
That's a serious one. So your kind of discrimination started the day she was born. I mean,
exactly,
she was born.
From the hospital, yes.
And considering all the stresses, all the traumas you are going through as a new mother, and you have to face this stigma and discrimination just because of your child. How did you deal with that at that moment?
It was very terrible because if, in fact, to be honest, if it had not been that I had good siblings or and maybe nephews and nieces around, maybe a different thought would have come into my mind, maybe to abandon the baby somewhere and then escape to an unknown place. But when I was discharged and brought home, the love from my siblings, my nephews and nieces around, it didn't even make me think that the child was different from any other child. And so I think I was motivated or encouraged by my relatives that this child, and it's like they were even telling me things that would make me feel very good. Our grandfather, our great grandfather was like this. You didn't grow up to see him, so it was like this. So it's a blessing for you to have such a baby back into the family, because our great grandfather, and they even didn't live to see our great grandfather. So I didn't know where they got that stories from, but I realized that they were also saying something that just to put my mind off that the child was not different from any other child.
Wow. This is where the family support is so crucial in terms of such situations. If not because of the family support, as you said, it might have been a different case. And we thank the family for this very support they have given to you and
Hello.
to.
Can I speak now?
Please
Helena.
just hold on. This is a panel session. So when the time comes, we'll give you the opportunity to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you, Mavis, for such a story, but it's saddening just to think about it again, that seeing a mother going through labor, and once the baby is born, she has not even seen her own baby, but a doctor who's supposed to know better come to ask, why is your baby like this? It's saddening to me to listen to and to get that kind of comment from a doctor, and it's not even ended there. Nurses also coming in to make mockery of such situation. I don't know what to say further, but she has said it all. Perpetua, if you are listening to the conversation, how is your situation? How does it feel? What was your experience?
Well, my experience was a bit different, considering I am the one with albinism, and
yes, so you are the one with albinism.
Don't have albinism, yeah. So I remember both times when I had my kids, the first time and the second time. So I had my kids in a hospital, and you know, as Africans, when you have your child in the hospital, relatives and friends come to see you. So I remember an aunt coming into the hospital room where I was sleeping, going straight to the baby's cot, check whether the baby looks like me or looks like them, because most of my relatives don't have albinism. I mean, it's only a family, I guess. Many of my relatives don't have albinism. So this aunt of mine goes straight to the baby's cot, opens the sheets, and she's like, "Oh, baby's normal," in Swahili. The baby's normal. And I'm like, come on, what is normal? What do you mean by normal?
What does she mean by normal?
Exactly. What do you mean by normal? You know? And what's weird enough is that aunt of mine is a health worker.
What?
An experienced nurse, many years experience. She has many years experience as a nurse, and she goes straight to the baby's cot and checks the baby and says that, you know, that was weird. Same thing when I had my second child. Yeah, I see people going to the baby's cot to check whether the baby looks like me or not. And when they find the baby doesn't look like me, they're like, yeah, oh, the baby's normal, you know? And in other, now that's the hospital portion of it. But in other instances, most of the time when, you know, I go out with my kids, people would not associate me with the kids, you know, because I don't look like I don't look like them. I look different. I'm white and they're not white the way I am. And sometimes they would tell them, when you go home, say hello to your mom. And I'm right there, you know.
Yeah, the mom is right there.
It's a funny, weird experience. It's always a funny, weird experience. So for me, I guess most people don't expect a mother with albinism to have babies without albinism. I guess it's the education thing. Most of them don't know whether, you know, if we can really have children without albinism. So I think there's a huge gap, considering I said, my aunt is a health worker, and she, went straight to the baby's cot to check whether, the baby has albinism or not. So I think there's a huge gap with regard to, information of how a child is albinism is born, the genetics of it. And the gap really shows itself at the time of birth. Whether you have albinism or you don't have, if you have albinism and you have a kid without albinism, it shows itself. If you don't have albinism and you have a child with albinism, like the way Mavis was saying, it shows itself. So there's a huge gap, especially on that situation.
Wow. So I see you being discriminated or stigmatized right in front of your children. I hope the children, do they ask questions? And how do you deal with them when they realize people are not speaking to you the way they're supposed to, or people disrespect you, stigmatize you just right in front of them? Say, as you mentioned earlier, somebody saying, say hello to your mom when you go home. How do you deal with such situation? How does your kids deal with such situations?
Kwame, you can relate to me. When you have gone through this all your life, it comes a point when you become numb. Like it doesn't matter anymore.
I really understand.
It doesn't matter as much.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter as much because because you've gone through it over and over and over again, that you become just, thick skin. So when it happens, you just brush it off. It touches you, but not to the extent of having you get a reaction to it, So sometimes my kids would bring their friends over, children, because my kids are, one is 5, one is 4. So, children, they're very inquisitive.
Yeah.
And they tell you the truth. So someone would come to me and, touch me and say, why are you so white? So that's a child asking. They look at their friends. They don't look like their mom. So they come to the mom and they ask, why are you so white? So I get that a lot. I have never sat down and actually, responded to, I am so white because of da 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 da, because they're kids. There's no way you can give them, the info in a way that they can understand.
Yeah.
But I get that a lot. Yeah.
Wow, this is so interesting. Kids asking, why are you so? I remember being touched by kids and they look at their hands and see whether like as if I'm a chalk, not to stain their hands. But Flavia, how is your experience? Your child, you have a child with albinism. You always go out with him. What is your level of discrimination, or what stigmas do you receive that you can tell us? Hi, Flavia.
Hi. No, from my side, I mean, I'm not receiving too much as Elise, your mother, but him is going to school one day. He's coming from school, I think 2 months ago. And then he asked me, Mommy, at my school, all children, they are brown. I'm only white person. Why? And then I tell him so that God, when it was your moment to born, God said you will be the very wonderful boy. That's why I'll give you this color to you go to the head and then be a good guy. So it was, for now, I give you that explanation, not confuse his mind. Then I give that book to him to read. That book is like to understand the albinism. It's very nice book written by Shirley Gunn, one writer from South Africa. I believe there is English version, which is very, very good book.
Yes, I actually have the English version.
Exactly. So there's all this story about the genetical, who can have albinism boys, who not. So it's I'm learning a lot from this book, and then they are very, very good information for us as mother, how to protect our son in terms of the healthing, how to put them sunscreen. All this information, they are very helpful for me. And for my son, I did not receive any bad feedback from outside until now. So far, I'm safe. I'm doing well, and I spoke very well with him. I have explained this, not whole full story from his where his original he's from. So we are in step by step. He's growing up. I am with him since he was 3. Now he's 8. So it's 5 years. So we are growing together. And then now he's on this moment of question that. Why are you not married? My boy's there, the godfather. Why I'm not her father? So we don't need to have father. So we good. So it's that question is coming. I know when he's growing, he's coming to more information. The people from outside, they'll tell them story.
Yeah.
So which I'm preparing my mind to answer on the level that he can understand what's going on, what is the story. Then he's grow up a little bit. I will take him to the village where he's born, to see his hood, to see his family. So it's a long process, but it's good. It's so far, I believe it will be very, very good journey for me as his mother. So the story of to be a mother is different sides of story, but we as a mother, we prepare to receive all kind of story from everywhere, from everyone. So I am prepared for that.
Wow, wonderful. I'm so glad the support the boy is receiving from you, and that will strengthen him to be much confident, to be much better in terms of understanding his own conditions and how he can approach life. Yeah, thank you so much, Mom, for such a wonderful time with him. Yeah, Mavis, do you also get questions from your son?
Oh yeah, I get questions from him. One night, I think when he was 5 years, he started asking the questions when he was 5 years. He came back from, sometimes when you are taking him to school, some of the children see him on the way. Some call him those local names our Ghanaians have given, the society has given to persons living with albinism. Some
So,
also doubt and say no.
Can you tell us some of the local names?
Some call him Ofri in the local language, and some of them say no, he's not. He's a white man. He's a white boy. So no, he's an albino.
So it's a kind of, anytime he's working, it creates a confusion between other children.
Yes, and he doesn't even like that. When you do that, he just give you some weird look, and he even want to get closer to you. That will beat you. I don't like that. Don't call me that name. So I've been talking to him that because he's unique, like the children like him. That is why they've been calling him that. So you shouldn't mind if they're just playing with him. And there was one time he came back from school and asked me, why is his color different from the other children? I said, that is how God created you. God created you in a different way. So I gave an example at haven't you been seeing Uncle Kwame who have been coming here, Uncle Lucas, haven't you been seeing them? They are the same color as you. You are the same. They are like, you have the same color. So you are not different from the other children. And it's like my sister's children are also fair. So I give an example. Don't you see that my color is different from that of Oliver and Delali? Are they not fairer than me? But you two, you are whiter than them. And there was one time that there's a boy in his school went and told the parent that they have a grandfather in their school. And I took him to school the following day. The woman saw him and said, so this is the grandfather you are talking about. I said, madam, why? I said, my daughter came home and said they have grandfather. And so, So he kept on saying that he wanted color. Sometimes you'll be very annoyed. No, I want my color to be changed. I want my hair to be like that of Oliver. That is his cousin's hair. I want my hair to be like his own and my skin to be brown. I said, your skin is just like Uncle Andrew and then Uncle Lucas' skin. Can't you see? The lady also has the same skin, just that your hair is different from his own, but you have a unique hair. You're a special person. That is why your hair is like that. I said, okay, is that how God created? I said, yes. Oh, okay. Then you go away.
This is so unique handling such questions, because these questions are so critical that if you don't handle it well, it can generate into something else.
Yeah, but I think that question came in when, you know, when he went to school, it's like the teachers were scared that maybe when he played with the other children, he might have a cut on his skin. So he was prevented from playing with them like aggressively. They always want to calm him down. He should be calm. He shouldn't play football with them because he have a bruise on his skin, and that was making him ask those questions. So I have to go and tell the teachers that they should allow him to play with them. He will not have any problem with his skin, so they should allow him.
Okay, so the genesis of the question was him being discriminated upon.
Yes.
So you see, this is the challenge, and that needs a lot of education, especially among the teachers. You know, we are saying education, people are educated, but still do not know about albinism.
Exactly.
We heard stories not only from you, even from Perpetua, also narrating stories of nurses not understanding albinism, and at your end also nurses, even doctors not understanding albinism, and it also extends to teachers discriminating
yes
against.
Even with the teachers, I remember when my son started schooling, when he was in his first year in the preschool, there was this particular teacher in his class who was always come home complaining that the teacher, and there was a time that he got chalk stuck in his nose.
Whoa.
And he came back and told me that there were two teachers in the class, but one had gone for a meeting. So there was one in the class. So when the chalk got stuck in his nose, he was going to approaching the teacher to tell her that there's chalk stuck in the nose, but he was driven away by the teacher. And
oh my gosh.
Well, the boy sitting by him asked him to sneeze and the chalk will come out. So, and he did that and the chalk came out. But when he came home, he told me, so I have to go follow up to the school. And the explanation of the teacher was, and even the other one confirmed that she realized that my son was being, the other teacher was always harassing him or maybe stigmatizing him like that. So they questioned her, and her reason was that she felt getting closer to my boy will make her also have a child with albinism in future. So that is why she was doing that. She didn't want to have anything doing with him. So anytime the boy has a problem and is approaching that teacher to tell her that this is what I'm going through, she tries driving him away.
To drive him away.
Yes.
Wow. Wow, this is such a serious situation.
Yes.
Which needs a lot of sensitization to destigmatize people's minds about albinism.
This is one of our concern as mother when our boys go to the school. The first thing is how they will treat our boys at school. The second thing, how they can walk all the way to the school. It is, and from it's more confused if it's something coming from one teacher that he reads, he got him, she or he have access to the information. And you know what, my confusion moment is albinism person is created by God, and always since the world is creating albinism person, they always exist. I don't know who that person, he create that idea that people with albinism, they are different, and then come all this chaos around the world just to put all of us on this situation. Seriously.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery that we all need to discover how the discrimination began. But that will be a conversation for another time. We're almost approaching the end of the time. We have Helena joining us. So Helena, if you have something to say, maybe a message for your mom or an experience you want to share.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Helena. Welcome.
Hi,
Thank you.
And happy Mother's Day.
Many thank you, and same to you people.
Thanks.
Yeah, so do you have a message for your mom? You are mute. Okay, so as Helena prepares to join, to unmute and then send her message, maybe you can get our last message to the world on how they can treat people with albinism, and also maybe a last message to a mom and on an encouragement for all moms with albinism or moms impacted by albinism out there. So I'll start from Perpetual. Perpetual, if you have a message for mothers impacted by albinism as to how they can treat the stigma, the discrimination they face on a daily basis.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Mothers
sure,
out
let's
there
hear.
who are impacted.
Can
To mothers out there
can we
impacted
have
by
your
albinism.
video on if that's possible?
Okay.
Good.
There, can you see me?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah, to mothers out there impacted by albinism, whether you have albinism yourself or whether you have children with albinism, just be resilient. Just hold on, don't let go. Take care of your kids, fight for your kids because they see you as a mom and they depend on you. They're your kids. As we said in the beginning, it's not about you, it's about your kids. Hang in there, take care of your kids, defend your kids, and learn about albinism. My mom learned about albinism when I was still a child, and that enabled him to take care of us. We never got any issues in terms of skin conditions because she took care of us the way we were supposed to. She took us to the dermatologist from time to time. So learn about albinism so you can take care of your kids.
Wonderful. So the message is clear. Learn about albinism and to enable you to take care of your kids. Yes, Mavis, what do you have to say to moms from your experience?
From my experience, all I want to tell moms having children with albinism, not only albinism, but maybe disability in general, is that they should always accept their children as they are. They are a unique gift from God. They are not different from any other children, especially the single mothers having children with disabilities and albinism. They should be strong for their children. They should always be available for them. They should take very good care of them, especially the albinism. Their sunscreen should always be available whenever they are going out. That is the only thing that can protect their skin from the sun and then skin cancer. So they should take very good care of their skins.
Thank you so much. Flavia, any last message?
I am very glad to participate on this moment with two wonderful women to be to show me how to create my son. I get the story from Perpetua, now from Mavis. I have more information. I see the vibration that coming from two women, so which I will take with me that experience to create and raise my boy. As a single mother, so it's a young girl. So to be my challenge daily basis is to help other mothers how create them. And then as president of one association, my responsibility is it's more and more. So I am leader and I need to lead by example. Exactly. So I believe on this network that we create is coming in good moment, Kwame, and they will help us a lot to create a long chain around the Africa and around the world. So we are here to work together. We are here to share the information. We are here, as Perpetua say, we have to read about albinism. We have to get acknowledgement. We have to get all the information to not commit any mistake regarding our sons, our boys, our family mothers with albinism. So with knowledge is the best things we can do in entire world.
Thank you so much. These are so very clear messages. Hi, how are you?
Como estás? It's bem obrigado, I am okay. Vai buscar tudo.
Oh, good, nice. You're speaking Portuguese?
Portuguese, yes.
Oh, nice.
Speak
Nice,
Portuguese.
nice. I'll be
Yes,
glad to
thank
meet
you,
him
Kwa.
one day. Yeah.
Yes,
So
it's
this is a very interesting time with our unique mothers from various parts of Africa. We have come to the end of this session, and we hope to have more engagement in future, talking about unique experiences of our mothers impacted by albinism. Thank you, all the three of you, for your time, your resources, your energy that you have put into this, and you have sent out a lot of messages to mothers who are watching us, who are listening to us from all parts of the world, especially Africa. We are glad for this time, and we appreciate all these moments and all these informations. Thank you, and we see you another time on another conversation.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
okay, so with one voice,
Mavis.
and maybe with our videos on, we can say a happy Mother's Day together, if that is possible.
Okay.
So on a count of 3, just a minute. On a count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Again, happy Mother's Day to all moms.
Happy Mother's Day to all moms.
All moms around the world.
Thank you so much. You are so lovely mothers, and we appreciate all that you have been doing to us. I think my mom did the same to me, and your mom did the same to you, and you are kind of replicating same to your children. And we are glad to have you as our moms. All of you here are our moms, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.